Home to Florida's first lighthouse and known for having one of the most haunted lighthouses in America, this historic light station helped vessels navigate the dangerous approach to St. Augustine. Today, we are visiting St. Augustine Lighthouse and Maritime Museum to discover what makes this such a fascinating place to visit. On the drive in, you'll catch your first glimpse of the lighthouse rising above the trees. Once you arrive, the tree-covered parking area offers plenty of shade from the Florida sun. You enter the lighthouse grounds through the Maritime Museum and gift shop. Hi, I'd like to climb the lighthouse.
Want to go? It's $17.95. Can I get a zip code for you? Wristband allows you to leave and come back until 6. We fully shut down at 6:30.
Okay.
We have restrooms out the doors to the left. The Lighthouse and Museum will be straight up the top when you're ready.
Okay. With the exception of a few holidays, the lighthouse and museum are open daily from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. The lighthouse is surrounded by natural maritime hammocks, creating this dense canopy of trees. Did I mention it was hot? I definitely appreciated the shade as I made my way towards the lighthouse. And look at this beautiful lighthouse. It immediately reminded me of Body Island Lighthouse in North Carolina. But there's something about that red entrance roof against the black and white tower that gives St. Augustine a character all its own. The St. Augustine Lighthouse is a 165-foot tall conical tower completed in 1874 with this distinctive black and white spiral daymark. Similar to several other North Carolina lighthouses that I've visited, you enter the tower through the oil house. These rooms have very informative placards that you should really take the time to read. I really enjoyed the comparison between the original lighthouse and the current lighthouse. Now, if you've been following my channel for any length of time, you already know that I love capturing the view of the spiral stairs. This time, I was looking up at 219 spiral steps with 8 landings between the bottom of the tower and the main balcony. One thing I really enjoyed about this climb was discovering interesting facts on every other landing. I hadn't seen this at any of the other lighthouses I've climbed, and I also appreciated that the information was presented in both English and Spanish. Man, it was very hot inside that tower. So I recommend bringing a towel or a small fan with you. By the time I reached the top, I was more than ready to step outside and catch a breeze. That breeze is a relief. And look at this view. You are rewarded with beautiful 360-degree views that stretch across St. Augustine, the Salt Run, and out towards the Atlantic Ocean. Before heading back down, there was just one more impressive feature I had to see: the lighthouse's first order Fresnel lens. At approximately 9 feet tall, this lens is massive. The bullseye panels focus the light to create the lighthouse's distinctive white flash pattern every 30 seconds. Today, the lighthouse remains a private aid to navigation and is managed by the St. Augustine Lighthouse and Maritime Museum. During my visit, the keeper's house was undergoing historic preservation work, so it wasn't open to visitors. Fortunately, there was still plenty to explore around the light station. As I made my way around the grounds, I stopped by the Heritage Boat Works, and I stopped by the Tin Pickle Snack Bar, which was located in a World War II era garage. The Coastal Lookout Quarters had some very interesting exhibits, and on such a hot day, I definitely appreciated another opportunity to get out of the heat. I also enjoyed the building that had exhibits featuring beautiful sailing ships and a model of the original lighthouse. One of my favorite stops, however, was the Artifacts Conservation Lab, where you can catch a glimpse of the work being done to preserve pieces of St. Augustine's maritime history. There really was quite a bit to see beyond the lighthouse itself. Of course, I can't go to St. Augustine without talking about its haunted reputation. The lighthouse and its grounds are often described as one of the most haunted places in St. Augustine. The museum even offers ghost tours after normal museum hours. Now, I did not witness any paranormal activities while I was there, but the ghost stories have become an important part of the history and lore surrounding this lighthouse. There's quite a bit to explore at the St. Augustine Lighthouse and Maritime Museum, so I wouldn't rush your visit. Try to set aside about 2 hours so you can have time to climb the lighthouse, visit the exhibits, and explore the grounds. For my first lighthouse stop in Florida, St. Augustine gave me just about everything: history, an incredible climb, beautiful views, and even a few ghost stories. And we're just getting started. My next stop is to Florida's tallest lighthouse, and a climb that ended just before the weather took an unexpected turn. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with other lighthouse lovers. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so you don't miss the next video in our lighthouse series. And until next time, I'm Tawanda, and I will see you at the light.